family, welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're doing well.
Yo, Young Don the Sauce God? No way. Okay, I do need to see this. Oh my god.
An interesting
Young
video
Don.
to share with you all. It's called The Dangerous, or actually Welcome to the Murder Capital of America. This is
Wait, I'm watching this nigga react to a video.
place in
Actually,
Baton
I don't know
Rouge,
if I could watch this.
Louisiana. And we have a UK man who has come and done a documentary. And I believe it reveals precisely what's wrong with the urban black community. Precisely why we continue to see the prisons being filled with black faces. Precisely why the violence is never ending and the death statistics continue to rise. As we go through this video, we are going to discuss these problems, maybe possibly suggest the solutions. Hear from the horse's mouth itself exactly why the urban black community is precisely where it is. I promise it's going to be a good one. 2 million views on YouTube. Let us begin.
Every year I go to America's murder capital. Last year I was in New Orleans. This year I'm in Baton Rouge, which is looking like it's set to be the murder capital of 2024.
Record shattered in Baton Rouge.
The city has seen 34 homicides in just the first 3 months of this year, shattering the record of 27 homicides in the first quarter of 2021.
This pay my bills. Get your dead, get your wet, one of the two. Hey, nah. Say, man, we start shooting at 4 in the morning.
Oh, God, this
Go
end
be
to 4 tomorrow.
4 next morning. On my mama. Look at my hand. I split my from snapping so much.
Right away, we see one of the traps of growing up in this kind of a culture. These men do not believe that they can earn a living by putting their head in a book, by raising their intelligence, by acquiring knowledge, by obtaining skills. He says that this is how he pays his bills. Shooting dice at 4 in the morning, sometimes going until 4 the next morning. Gambling is incredibly addictive. It is, some would say it's a skill, but it's not the kind of skill that adds any value to the community. And so this is just trying to make enough money to get by and to be able to afford whatever vices you have in your life. This kind of a mindset is certain to keep you in this situation.
Ain't nobody say you gotta have a pole on you. Bitch, you gotta build up. Ain't nobody say we ain't safe. We just going off.
At all.
Why is it so dangerous? What's happened to make it like this?
There's a whole lot of going on. A whole lot of gangs going on. There's a whole lot of other shit going on.
Shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You out here right now. It'll go down. Right now.
Into BRPD's database, the first 3 months of 2024 have been the deadliest in Baton Rouge in 25 years. 32 homicides since January 1st surpasses the first quarter of 2021, otherwise known as the year with the most homicides on record.
Something that you will often hear is that it's a trap. You can't get out of the hood. But I see this one gentleman right here who is speaking. Diamond necklaces on. He's wearing very nice clothes, nicer clothes than what I got on right now. So he clearly has a means of making money. He sounds like an intelligent person. I don't know his literacy level. I don't know how good he is at reading, but he sounds like an intelligent person with the way that he's speaking, despite the fact that, of course, his speaking slang. There's nothing stopping him. There's absolutely nothing stopping him from collecting that money, saving up a portion, applying for some job in a factory or in manual labor where he'll make enough money to pay rent on an apartment in a different community. He could easily save up that money. Let's say he stays in this lifestyle for another 6 months, year, save his money, go and rent an apartment. Shoot, I don't know. He might be making a lot of money. He could probably buy a house, maybe even possible. I don't know. But at least he could put down the down payment on an apartment and go work an honest living. There's absolutely nothing stopping him from doing that. I'm sure he has a car. And so this is a choice. They're choosing to do this.
See, I do see the choice perspective, but I think like a big part of it is like it is a mental thing. Like even when you have the option, if you haven't been like shown that you can actually like, I don't know, I feel like it's a cycle of like which creates the mental like restraint. Like you get mental shackles because you watch everybody else do the same thing. You haven't watched anybody do anything different, so you don't think there's anything different to be done. It's like you could see it as an issue, but you don't see it as enough of a threat to make a difference. I think that's one of the biggest problems, is that people's like idea of what is a problem, they like, if it's not high enough, they won't do anything. They're just gonna let it happen. When like, it's like when people talk about stress, acute stress is like a small thing, like, hey, it helps you work a little better. Bro, the long-term stress, it start having a detrimental effects. But then it's like, if they never met like the long-term stress and they like, yeah, something needs to change, bro, if something don't happen, nigga, like, come on, you really telling me like, if niggas is really like in the hood right now, yo, bad shit's happening, I don't even know, bro. Imagine niggas just got they fucking crib closed, bro. They can't stay there no more. Like the fucking, I don't know, niggas got they Section 8 snatched. Bro, you're really telling me you gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I'ma stay here. It's like, the problem is when people don't like have enough sense of urgency. You need something bad to make people start moving. It's like when you sit there and you talk to like a high schooler, cause me freshly out of high school, it's like, if you talking to me and you like, bro, if you don't do something today, you could be on the street. It's like, I'ma hear that and I'm be like, damn, that's crazy. I'm probably gonna start trying to do something. But then at the same time, I could not, because that's not an immediate threat. But it's like, boom, knocking on the door. You got to get the fuck up out of here. Now in my head, I'm like, yo, I need to make something shake today. And I feel like that's the problem. There's no sense of urgency. Nobody's forcing them to do nothing. There's no changes that have to be made, so they can keep going along with this. And I think that's the problem. When you allow somebody to stay in their bad place, even if they have the option to get better, if their bad place isn't going to get worse, they're not going to do anything, because they're not forced to change. Why would they do something that, like, they're comfortable this way? And I think that's the problem, is that it's comfortability. When you're not ambitious enough to want more, this is the outcome. This is what happens.
Trap is all psychological. The trap is all psychological. He believes that this is a lifestyle that he has to continue to live. This is a lifestyle that he wants to continue to live. There are no fences preventing him from going out and getting an apartment. In fact, I know criminals that is how they started in their lives. They saved their drug money and then they went and bought a house, or they got an apartment, and that was like their cushion money. So the only trap here is psychological.
He was 13, so this somebody who taught me how to be a big brother. So now I really didn't want to change. I really wanted to be in the streets more and more and more and more. My name D, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
As he said, he wanted to be in the streets.
I was shot 6 times at 16, 6 times.
I'm sure no white man came into the community and put a gun in his hand and told him to go and sell drugs or commit violent acts. He wanted to. That's because of the culture that he lives within.
At 18, I had a good life. Like, I played sports, ran track, played football. My grandma made sure we went to church and stuff, but I drifted away from all of that. At like 12, 13, I had quit. At 12, I quit sports and stuff, and I went to the streets because I learned how the streets treat you. And at 13, I fully was in the streets, breaking the cars, stealing guns, money.
I had a grandmother that tried to take him to church, but he rejected that. Now, let me make this clear. I am not saying that it's that simple. I know why I think differently. I know why you probably think differently. It's because of the way that we were raised. Sounds like he didn't have a father in his life. I mean, many of us grow up with divorced parents or single mothers, and this is not how our lives turn out. But we know all of it combined together: the violence, the drug culture, the gang culture, the fatherless homes, the glorification of this hood behavior. All of that brainwashes a person from a very young age into thinking that this is the path that they should go. The important thing to note here, however, is that it's not going to change from the outside. It's not going to change. Definitely not because some white man comes into their community and tells them to behave differently. It's not going to change if some white man comes and says, hey, there's this opportunity outside of your community. Why? Because clearly those opportunities already exist. UPS is hiring. The factory is hiring. Construction sites are hiring. Trucking companies are hiring, right? And so these opportunities exist. It's not like these guys went on the internet and was like, oh, how can I make $60,000 in a year and start my life and got zero results? This is the life that they want to have. But then we go ahead and blame external factors, other races. It's all internal.
All that. In 16, like I shot 6 times, round the corner from here, where we at right now.
So, team, talk me through the day. What happened when you got shot in the face?
I came here. Came through here, me and 2 other people came here. Got here. Then when I got like to right here, they started shooting.
Started shooting at you here?
I hit the ground, boom. After I got shot, I stayed on the ground like 5-6 seconds. I heard a voice say, get up, get up. I got off the ground. Came in the store, ran away.
So how many times have you been shot at this moment?
I was got shot 6 times right here.
So was it a case of they just shooting?
I got shot in my side, right here.
And bro, so did they just hop out the car and just start shooting?
They ain't get out the car. They stayed in the car. And after that, they drove out.
And then, so you've now been shot, and then what happened?
Damn, like, that's sad, though. It's because even though niggas, like, talk about it like it's not a real experience, he's still a real human being, bro. Like, he really still got shot. And it's like other people shot him. I feel like one of the main things is, like, it's even, like, with racism, like, bro, it's dehumanization of your, like your seen enemies. And it's like, when you dehumanize the ops, you're gonna bust at them. But it's like, come, bro, it's not the way, bro. It's not the way, bro. It's not the way.
I got up off the ground 5-6 seconds. I got up. After I'm shot, I got up off the ground. Walked in the store. What's down, brother? All praise be to God, brother. I'm telling my testimony now. Came in the store. My daddy, homeboy, he was standing right here. I'm like, run me to the hospital right quick. I just got shot. I'm still speaking. He could see him shot in my face. He just gave me a little look like, you feel me? Like he gonna let me die. I cursed him out.
So your friend's dad was in the shop. You've been shot 6 times, twice in the mouth.
Yeah.
Didn't want to have the situation.
Didn't want to help me.
Why?
I don't know. He just gave me a little look.
That's insane, bro.
That's crazy, right?
And then
Shot in the face, went and saw someone that he knew, didn't want to help him. Now, was it the white man that did this? Is it the white man that prevented his friend's father from wanting to take him to the hospital? Were there any white people involved in this? Yet that is the narrative you're going to hear. And listen, there's this poison going through popular black culture that by acknowledging that white people have nothing to do with this, it's like you're trying to pander to white people, or you're trying to do something for white. Asian people had nothing to do with this either. Neither did the Mexicans. This is all happening in a confined ecosystem where the only players in this game are black. Well, then someone will want to say, well, look, the white people of the past, they did certain evils, and those things had played a big role in the domino effect that led to this being the culture within this community. True, but why stop there? Why not then continue even further back? The white people didn't go and capture the slaves from Africa. The grand majority of African slaves were sold by Africans. So do we now start blaming the Africans? Why stop there? Should we go back to all of the various things that their ancestors did that led to that being the culture in that region of Africa, that it was common for warring tribes to capture prisoners, and in capturing the prisoners, they sold their prisoners for profit? Why stop there? Let's go back to the Garden of Eden, where Eve took a bite from the fruit from the tree of knowledge and evil. That's why don't we do that? Why don't we blame Eve for the problems that are going on in the black community? See, the buck has to stop somewhere. Of course, what the people who did before you plays a role in the where you find yourself in life, where what situation you're born into, what the culture it is that you live with.
See, but like they always do talk about like where do the drugs, the guns, all that come from, and it's like I don't know, it's coming from somewhere, right? Like I wouldn't know because I don't know the ins and outs, but it's like somebody stirring up like dismay and civil unrest within the community. Excuse me. It started somewhere. Like niggas didn't start thinking it was cool for no reason. And niggas didn't get it from nowhere.
Within, but no progress can be made that way. These people aren't going to come back from the past and repent of their sins and change your situation. You need to look at the available options that you have today and then make the decisions that are going to result in a change. That's the only way out. And all the opportunity is available. I've always wondered this. Why don't they just move? Now, I understand that there's some people who are incredibly unintelligent, they're illiterate, they have no money, they're homeless, maybe they're already hooked heavily on drugs. And for those people, that's a whole different conversation. But when you have lucid, clear thinking, articulate people who have a means of saving money, there is literally nothing stopping them from leaving, living somewhere else, and getting a regular job. There is nothing. The true racism is implicitly implying that these people are incapable of doing it. Why? What is it? Do you think they're too stupid? You think they can't learn to read? You think they can't improve their intelligence or their knowledge like everybody else? What is it?
The ops wanted to call a truce. How would you feel?
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Obviously, hypothetically speaking, if that was the situation.
I'm gonna tell you like this. If they wanted to call a truce, it'll be on some stuff like.
And do you think that's possible?
It'll never be possible. It couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Because too much blood been shed.
Let me tell you something. Once blood gets shed, bro,
It's over.
ain't no coming back.
Over. There's never no coming back.
Ain't no
from blood
coming
getting
back
shed.
from that. You kill my dog.
You heard that? Once blood is shed, it's over. There is no coming back. How can the white community, how can people in government fix this? This has nothing to do with available opportunities. This has entirely to do with a mindset. It doesn't matter if white people come and throw money at them. Well, for one, they're just going to spend it all on nonsense anyway. But besides that, they still have to stay. Why? Because blood has been shed. They have to get their get back. And then when they get their get back, the other side has to get their get back.
Yeah.
They don't want it to end. And so we can't continue to blame external groups for the situation that they find themselves in.
I can't walk up to you and be like, whatever, bitch, it's good, don't worry about it. No, ain't no coming back from it. Spade for spade, eye for eye, tag for toe. That's how that go. Ain't no coming back from it.
The word of God say vengeance belong to the Lord. I knew this, but I ain't care at the time. I wanted to go take vengeance into my own hands, you feel me? We be just blind, we be feeling played, really. Cause we be feeling played in the streets a lot.
Louisiana has a crime problem with 3 of our cities being ranked among the nation's most dangerous.
The 24 tough on crime-related items on Landry's agenda for the special session are expanding methods to carry out death row executions, restricting parole eligibility, lowering the age at which young offenders can be prosecuted in adult court, and increasing penalties for certain crimes such as carjacking.
They will spend a long time in jail.
Yeah, they just made a law that you gotta do pretty much almost 100% of your time. See, at first you could do probation. You could do like 1/4 of your time and then come home and do the rest on probation or parole. But now the new governor we got, he cutting that short. He won't see you in there. So if you got 20 years, you're gonna do the whole 20.
Do you reckon because of that you're gonna see a lot more snitching?
Yeah, but at the same time, what can you snitch on when you can't get probation no more? So now if you did the crime, you gotta do the time either way.
Should you go to prison for killing someone else? Absolutely. In fact, this is good. They need to put all of them in prison.
What?
Put all of them in prison for a very long.
Bro, you're losing me, gang. I don't know if I can watch this. Why would you want everybody in prison? I heard this the other day. Why do you think the classes with all the kids who act out never work? You do not put everybody that's bad in the same place. You're gonna just create a bad place. Nobody's gonna change. Nobody's gonna learn. And then the little niggas on the outside are still gonna be doing the same thing. They're gonna be repeating the cycle. Putting everybody in jail is not the method. Like, what the hell? Let me hear what you got to say, though.
Long time. Most people are not criminals, even in lower income communities. The grand majority of the people living in Baton Rouge do not kill other people. So if you take all the killers and put them in prison, well, then the violence is going to go down. It'll all get... There's no more get back to get. What these communities need is more policing, stricter laws, longer prison sentences. These people...
Yeah, no. I'm done with that. Oh, wait. I forgot I do need to do this, though. And yes, let's get rid of this phone tab. This nigga's fucking chatting.